Hello, dear the hunted enthusiasts, how are you? Last time, we built a cozy wooden shelter for our protagonist, which was the first very important prerequisite to start hatching dinosaurs, to expand our ambitions towards ascension. But apparently, it doesn't stop there because further preparations have to be made. The roof section isn't finished yet. We need proper amounts of food for the dinos, and of course, the most important part, a hatching nest to breed eggs. Nice house, for a start. Another important resource to fuel the ember nest for breeding is spark powder. So, let's breed us some dinos. In the Hunted 2.0, some of the new hotkeys should make your life a whole lot more easier, especially when hatching dinos. You can use mark and teleport hotkeys to quickly teleport those dinos to a spot at your convenience. So, with having dodos, dilos, carbos, and hespers breeded, we were already in a comfortable position, resource-wise. Dodos provide feathers, dilos provide venom, carbos provide turtle shell, which resembles chitin, and hespers provide organic polymer, and rarely lay golden eggs, which can be used to speed up the experience gaining process. Let's give those dodos names. It's Plucky, Zuggy, Esmeralda, and Cassiopeia. Naming conventions in my game are almost always the same for specific dino types. That's true for the dodos. Sometimes I would pick an individual name based on the dino's appearance, mostly. Yeah, I mean, some of those dinos have such a low level, they're of no use, especially when you already have access to better variants. What you can see here is just another example of how to use teleport. I get it, it's meant to make the game more realistic and challenging, but in single player, walking baby dinos quickly becomes all but a nuisance. can also spam the hotkey to make sure those dinos don't AI their way away from the spot you want them to be. I usually start making fertilizer early on, if I have that option available. For that, I would also build a dedicated shithouse, which, at one point, would become the home of a monkey tame. The Ichthyo shoulder Dino was a major upgrade because he would provide level-based weight reduction, easy hunting for fish, and act like a natural parachute. This should be a valid escape route option if you ever get into trouble. At this point, Takkar realized there isn't an awful lot of more things to do without gaining more experience. And given all those Delos and Sarkos were, again, closing in to the Castle Rock position, he had to get away, trying to find his luck in the west. Unfortunately, with the Sarko still around in the waters Takkar usually uses to embark the canoe, he first had to bring some distance between him and the Sarko. Jumped right into a nest of Delos. Great. That was a close call for sure. Make no mistake, in the Hunted 2.0, those Delos will make short work of you if you do not have a super powerful ranged weapon, or pike, even with a shoulder Dino, and you having already passed level 20. Hope the Pella mother's gone already. Takkar has left something for the Pella. Let's move on. Takkar landed on the southern tip of this peninsula area in the west, because he was well aware pretty much the whole coast, from here up to the northern glacials, were full of Sarkos. Quetzals are a persistent threat all across the map, because they will respond hostile to any form of interacting with campfire, cooking pots, or forges. There's a chance they will ignore you altogether during rain and when certain light source dinos are close by with activated lights. Silly dodo. He catched me by surprise though. I give him that. This is our first target.
These tribal negotiations.
Second one. And last, but not least, number 3.
One of the stranger creatures in the waters surrounding.
This is why the Ichthyornis is a good beginner shoulder pat in the Hunted 2.0. There's a Sarco down at the coast. Those whistles and peeps you've just heard are humans. They are the worst, by far. Decisions when and what to attack in the Hunted 2.0 are actually quite easy, if you know it's the right decision. Never underestimate any of the dinos. Here, I just take a shot at the close-by Para, because I couldn't find the nest mother. This way, she should give away her position. Paras are a valuable resource when hunted. They deliver good amounts of prime meat, sinew, and provide hide in relatively high quantity if you already increased your crafting skill. Bola is your good friend in vanilla, but in the Hunted 2.0, it is by far one of the most vital weapons, early to mid-game. If you're lucky, you might get a tech para when blundering para nests. Tech paras are superior in almost every aspect in comparison to the regular para. They are faster, have higher health, are more agile, their alert pulse has higher distance, they consume food and stamina much slower, and they have multiple options for even better upgrades. Getting your hands 1-1 early on is a massive bonus. They are extremely rare though. One important thing about the camouflage seed is that you need to use it before encountering dinos, because the effect needs some time to kick in. Consuming one when a dino is already targeting you will most certainly result in your death.
Moschop cebu mutante in the wild is a lazy, cowardly creature that typically lives in the islands.
Lystrosaurus are also very important, because they can significantly boost experience gain for tamed dinos, plus their effective buff stacks. So having multiple of those startlers in your colony helps a lot in the Hunted 2.0. Time to return home, Takkar. Time for some proper colony organization work. I consoled in a wooden table here to get the correct measure, and will just remove it after the job is done. Such grace, we're done here for this session. Goodbye.